YouTube? It's me, Judith. Sometimes in your life, there are people, places, things, some things that just matter so much to you. You want the whole world to understand where you're coming from. And for me, today anyway, that thing that I want to share with you, so you understand what it means to me, is cake. Cake dates back to ancient Greece and Rome. Certain breads of the time would have been enriched with eggs and butter, eventually leading to the discovery of a sweeter substance with a different consistency. The ancient Egyptians are also attributed with adding sugar to a bread from early on. The first of these to have ties to current cakes came from Greece. It was dense with a soft cheese as the primary ingredient, a predecessor to what we know today as cheesecake. Because it was high in energy, it is believed to have been available during the Olympic Games, even earlier, but the first record of a recipe dates to 200 BC. It is suggested that the round shape of cakes is due to their original use in religious ceremonies, where the circular form would symbolize the cyclical nature of life, or the sun or moon. The next type of recognizable cake to appear was the fruit cake. Warriors and hunters would carry them for sustenance because they were loaded with fruits and nuts. The cake also made appearances at holidays and weddings during the Middle Ages. It was often soaked in spirits and contained other spices. In the 1600s, cake hoops, or molds, were introduced, allowing for more intricately designed cakes. By the 16th century, chocolate and cake had been introduced. Black Forest cake, so named because it is believed to have originated in the Black Forest region of Germany, contained cherries, a predominant fruit in that area. It is debatable when cake became synonymous with birthdays, but some historians argue that it was in Germany sometime in the Middle Ages. Later, the English would add candles or figurines to the celebration. While fondant was first made around this time, it was more popular as a candy than as an icing choice. It wasn't until the early 20th century when it achieved popularity on top of cakes. Carrot cake came along via medieval carrot puddings in the 18th century. It was around this time that the French started to have a separate sweet course at the end of the meal, and dessert was formally born. The Industrial Revolution made the cake-making process simpler and easier with the introduction of manufacturing. Cake pans, refined sugar, baking powder, soda, and later cake mixes helped cakes rise in popularity around the Western world. Improved technology was helpful as well, including more accurate temperature-controlled ovens. And the ability to whip eggs created the fluffy, light texture we associate with the word cake in American culture, aka the American birthday cake. Angel's food cake followed in the 19th century, and before the next turn of the century, the cupcake was invented. While no one knows the exact origins of the red velvet cake, we know that it dates back to at least 1873. A richer cake followed soon after, the devil's food cake. I hope you guys enjoyed that brief history of cake and aren't too hungry.